Hello and welcome to Lolly and Vic again.
It's Friday. It's time for our jibber jabber.
Do you know my little brother, which he's a big little brother, because he's grown up now obviously, but he was always big, even when he was little. He's like 6'6". Anyway, that's by the by. He used to say that when my mum went out with her for lunch with her lady friends, he used to call them all gabbly bags.
Gabbly bags.
Did
he have to go with her then?
Yeah, on occasion. Like, he had to go with her because he was little. He was like about 3 or 4.
And what did he say then?
He said, "Oh no, not lunch with the gabbly bags again."
I wonder where he got that word from.
I don't know, he used to make up all sorts of great words. But that's a brilliant one, isn't it?
Gabbly bags.
Gabbly bags.
That's what we are, a couple of gabbly bags.
Gabbly bags. The Gabbly Bag Podcast. Oh, we should have called it that.
Yeah, it would have fit us just right, actually.
Damn it. Okay, so quick warning, just in case you've just stumbled across us. We only record this in one take. We don't have a script. So you'll hear mistakes and the cat meowing and all kinds of stuff like that. We also swear a lot. Yay! Fuck. So if you don't like swearing, this isn't for you. And yeah, if you're interested in all our views, then great. If not, move on.
Move on somewhere else.
Find somewhere else. So this one's going to be quite an interesting one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we like to think they all laugh.
Well, obviously everything we say is valuably insightful and amazing.
Hence why we decided to do a podcast.
Well, yeah.
Because why wouldn't we?
Who wouldn't want to listen to Lolly and Vic?
So today we're going to talk about, was it like old souls and past life regression?
Well, yes, a little bit of that, but we were going to touch on the universe and what we believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Weren't we?
Yeah.
So our kind of spiritual beliefs, I suppose, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And how we think being alive on this little rock works. So a little bit more in depth this week, really. But it'll still be funny, don't worry.
Yeah, because it'll still be going, I wonder. I wonder.
So do you want to crack on with that? Yeah? No?
Yeah,
Me?
well, yeah, you go first. She's
look, you can hear her Velcro. She's rearranging her hot water bottle because she's cold. She's got 3 pairs of trousers on at the moment. Actually not joking.
No, that's no lie.
Okay, so spiritually, we both think the spirit inhabits the body, and then when you die, your spirit goes back off to float in the sky wherever it came from, and then you can come down again, right?
Right.
So we've both had past life regression, and we both know and feel that we've been here before. Yes.
Yeah, and I think sometimes for me, I've always had a fascination with probably the Victorian era, and especially Henry VIII era, so the Tudor era. And I know I've been a lady at court in Henry VIII's court.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of his wives or girlfriends, but I know I have such a strong feeling ever since a child.
Yeah,
I've always had an affinity to it.
I think that's it, isn't it? When you first hear about stuff as a kid or learn about history, certain aspects of history, all of a sudden you like latch onto it and go, I know all about this.
Yeah.
This is a bit of me.
Yeah. And that's quite a weird feeling, isn't it?
It is quite a weird feeling, and there's definitely a few points in history that I can say that for. So yeah, that's and the old souls is the other thing, isn't it? So you hear people say, "Oh, she's an old soul," or "He's an old soul," and it just means you've been round a lot. I think.
I think you can tell. I had a friend, or still got one, and he's a lot younger than me. So I think he's probably about, I don't know, 34 now. I'm not sure, but you could, even at a young age of 18, when you was talking to him, you could tell.
Yeah.
He had been here before.
Yeah.
Just knew stuff.
Yeah.
Just the way he acted, the way he was very emotionally mature. There was just more to him.
That's part of it, isn't it? I think the people who've been here before, they're definitely more emotionally mature.
Yeah.
And not just maybe one time before. We're talking about like hundreds of times, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was very much so. And I used to always say to him, "You've been here before," and he was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "You've been here before."
Yeah. But equally, you can really tell the people who haven't been here before. And it's not that they're immature, but they kind of are.
They're naive.
Yes, that's the right word.
I think that's
naive.
the way I look at it.
Yeah.
When I look at one of my friends now, I think he's not been here before, or only a couple of times before, because he's very naive about things.
Very naive, and they'll take everything at face value and believe everything that's given to them on a plate, almost, won't they?
He definitely does. He if he sees it or he reads it, he believes it.
Yeah, and also they don't handle stress well.
No,
they're not grounded people.
No. And they seem to have what I call like quite easy lives from the outside, though. I look at them sometimes and I think, oh, you're okay. You're not ready to. You've not come back to learn.
Lesson.
Yeah, you've not come back to learn the real hard lessons in life.
Yeah, because that's the thing, isn't it? That's why we keep coming back as spirits. That's why we say, oh, go on then, I'll have another go.
Yeah, definitely. and apparently we do. We don't have to come back.
No, it's a choice.
It's a choice.
And we come back to learn a different lesson each time.
Yeah.
So we've both had our Akashic records looked at and stuff as well, haven't we?
I haven't had my Akashic records done, no. I've just had a past life regression.
Oh, right. Well, okay. I've had past life regression and I've had Akashic record healing, which is probably a bit deep for some of you guys, but if you've... it is fascinating to find out that you... if you've been here several times, you sometimes carry old programming with you, much like a computer would. It's not been properly deleted from the last life, and you bring it into the current life, and you can find out why you've got these blocks. And
so, how long ago did you have that?
3 years ago.
And how was the experience?
Really interesting, absolutely fascinating. I spent the entire time writing stuff down.
So, are you under hypnosis?
No. She did it with a pendulum.
Right. Okay.
And then worked out what. I need to go back and look at it. Really, if I'd realised we were doing that, I'd have done some homework. Yeah. But yeah, she did it with a pendulum, and she went back. She'd done some work beforehand. I gave her a little bit of information, and she did the work beforehand, and then she did the actual healing while I was there, and saying, right, you've got this program running, and used a pendulum to
clear the block.
To clear the block, as it were.
So do they go by birth dates and times?
I can't remember what I gave her, to be honest. I need to look it up, but but then the past life regression thing is a whole different thing. That's like hypnosis.
Yeah, that is hypnosis. That was weird.
Yeah, wasn't it weird? We both went to the same lady at separate times, obviously. But she was brilliant, wasn't she?
Yeah,
really,
very
really good. And
yes.
Fascinating. You just find yourself talking about all this random ass shit.
In part of mine, I remember saying, and I could see myself, and I used the word banking house. No, counting house or banking house?
I think it was counting house.
Counting house. And I've never, I mean, obviously I know what it is, but I would never use that phrase.
No, and that's it's interesting, isn't it? Because I use some weird phrases.
Yeah.
And it's how it comes out of your mouth. And you know you're saying it because you can feel your lips moving and stuff, but it's almost, it's weird. Really weird.
It is weird.
Definitely worth a go.
And then I remember, like, at the end of it, like near the end of that life, I was a witch, which doesn't surprise me. But I wasn't called a witch.
She was a witchy boo.
She asked me what I was doing, and I said where I lived and that I could picture where I was and what was around me. And she said, "Do you work?" And I said, "No." I said, "I make herbs." I didn't even say herbs. I said herbs.
Herbs. Maybe you're American.
Herbs. And
you're an American witch.
I didn't feel I was American. But
I know, but Americans say herbs.
Yeah. But I suppose maybe I thought I was living in the country, so I said,
or maybe you were living in the country.
And then she said, like, what do people? I just feel like I sell them. And she goes, "What do you sell them for?" I said, "Oh, some people pay me in coin purse, and some people bring me like pots of food and make homemade bread. I mean, coin purse is another phrase.
Yeah.
That, I get it. I understand what I was saying, but it's certainly not. I don't go to the local shop now and buy some biscuits with a coin purse.
With your coin purse. One moment, good fellow. I will get out my coin purse.
I want to buy my winter spice Twix with my coin purse. Or do you accept herbs?
Do you accept herbs, my good man?
Which kind of fits because I'm very much into natural. I go through very deep phases of I want to know more about herb, and I did do a little course on it. Yeah. So it kind of, you do, like you say, where you carry stuff over from one life to the next.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely that side of a life that I've carried over.
And I think lots of people, they say, oh, it's instinct, don't they? Like, we've got the certain instincts. But I think instinct can sometimes be from past life.
Well, again, there's so much to learn about the human mind without going too deep into stuff at the moment. What is instinct? Where does it come? Where does it sit? They're still discovering so much about the brain. And we are, even science-backed. We are energy fields. Our body is, energy. So I don't believe it. Energy can't go anywhere. I'm a big believer that energy doesn't die, and when we go,
what happens to the energy?
The energy,
I mean that's E equals MC squared. That's science.
There's no
it doesn't just disappear.
I've got a friend that goes, it's all like mumbo jumbo, but so much stuff now is science backed.
Yeah, and it is fascinating. And do your own research. Don't believe what we say. We're just a couple of old birds on the podcast. This is just what we think. Less of the old.
No, I think for me, I can remember as a child, very young, laying in my bed or laying on my bed, going, "Who am I? Who am I? Who am I?" But not just who am I? But I could feel it, and it was almost like my soul was bigger than my body. At that age, I didn't really understand. I couldn't. It's not something my mum ever spoke about, although my mum and Nan, it turned out, both had some kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, psychic ability. I don't know, some kind of something that they passed down.
And you definitely do, because you get if Lolly says she comes out with something that she's trusting her intuition, I'm like, right, that's bang on, that's going to happen.
Should we talk about my one today, though?
Because on several occasions she said stuff and I've gone, and it's then happened. Not always straight away, but I'm like, you said that.
And it's a really strange feeling because I get feelings in my stomach. So in my solar plexus, in my gut, whatever you want to call it. And I will try and rationalise it in my head. Because my head goes, oh, don't be so stupid.
Yeah, she's not completely away with the fairies.
I'm a Capricorn. We got these level heads on our shoulders, but I'm supposed to have. However, I do have this battle between my gut and my head quite often. You do.
She comes downstairs and she goes, right. You won't believe this, but just hear me out.
Yeah. Today's one was a bit crazy.
Yeah.
I might just say it because I can. So I don't know if anyone else has noticed. To me, there seems a lot more cloud about, and it's been quite cloudy for a few months. And now I know we're winter. I'm aware of that. We haven't had an awful lot of rain, but we've got a lot of cloud.
Yes.
We haven't had that usual lovely summer sunshine that we get. That
winter sunshine.
Did I say summer?
You said summer.
We don't get a lot of that.
She is aware that it's January, just to let you all know.
Yeah, and I'm looking out the window now, and it's low-lying cloud, and
there is a bit of sun today.
There is a little bit of sun,
just to prove your point wrong.
Yeah, and I don't know if anyone else is feeling the same. So I've got this very strong gut feeling that, but I'm going to just say this.
Ready, guys?
Hold on to your seats now. So I believe we're not alone in this universe, and then I've been hearing...
She believes in aliens, is what she's trying to tell you.
So I also am starting to wonder, because I've been reading a lot about it, that apparently the people powers that be can manipulate the weather. And during these past 2 years, to be honest, nothing would surprise me, because everything I thought was true. I just don't know anymore. Like, it's very, they've played a very good manipulation game, but also, you know, I've done research myself. So then all of a sudden I'm thinking, so if they can control the weather, and there's an alien invasion imminent, because apparently there is, you know,